I'd kill that guy.
What happened?
Two black guys just beating the crap out of a couple girl.
Oh man, that's
Men, well,
yeah,
males walking by, not doing anything worth doing.
yeah. Good evening to all. How's everybody doing? Thank you so much for joining in. Oscarville Live. Let me see if I can lower down the light right here. Yes, I think I can. Right there. Oscarville Live from Jerusalem for all of you guys. Now, my intention to do this live feed is to show you guys the other side of the coin, the other side of the script, where it's not being told. And it is not to justify the attacks or justify what has been happening between Israel and, of course, Gaza, Palestine. But ultimately, it is to say that the reality about these massive protests that they have been going on right now in the United States of America, calling the world to cease fire to Israel. Uh, Before I start, uh, there has been multiple incompetent and ignorant accusations as to me that I am a Zionist. Really, it is it's funny. A Mexican uh, native, brown, uh, in doing his work, informing as a journalist in a foreign country in the Holy Land. I got this great opportunity to come over here due to my mentor, Chuck Holton, and ultimately our network. But we are talking about the reality of what is going on over here. I wanted to show you what is the ceasefire. And we could talk about constant combinations of opinions without insulting each other and without denigrating our comments, and so on and so on. This was just a little while ago. This is how it looks at 4:40 over here. Right now it is 8:17, around 4 hours. This is what happened. And we were right here in Jerusalem. All the red dots, all of them, they are missiles and threat of missiles coming in through Gaza into Tel Aviv, Rishon, Lezion, and Ashdod. This is the reality. This right here. I'm showing you right here, and I posted this map in my platform. This is how it looks. So if you're talking about ceasefire, the question is, ceasefire, is it only applicable to Israel or it is applicable to these terrorist organizations? So if people are preaching about, because it's ultimately, yes, free Palestine from these terrorist organizations, that they are, disturbing the peace in Palestine, that they are disturbing the peace of peaceful Palestinians. And just for everybody to know, there is a large community of Arabic people in Jerusalem. There's 20% of the population of Jerusalem, it is Arabic. So when they are attacking Israel, they're also attacking Arabic people. They're attacking Arabic people that they're located also in the other side of the border. Now, I wanted to tell you something. This alarm application, it is because people from Israel, this just came in. Look at that. These are 3 alarms that just came in. 3 alerts of missiles sent by Gaza all the way over here. And I will read these 3 alerts. First alert, an ash right now, as it is right now, 1956. That is 7:56. Right now, it's 8:20. This threat, it was 2 missiles that they were, it doesn't give an explanation, but possibly they didn't land or they were destroyed before landing. This is the map. Right there. You see them. 2 missiles in Ashkelon that just entered from Gaza to over here. Now, another one. This one was 24 minutes ago. This is 24 minutes ago. Let me put my glasses on. Excuse me. This is 24 minutes ago. And also another one, not only the 2 of Ashkelon, but also 1 on top and 2 on the bottom. So you're talking about 4 missiles that just entered right here. This is the actual situation of the reality of what they don't want to show you. Of course, there is a counterattack by Israel into Palestine. And a lot of people have told me, why don't you go to Gaza? Why don't you enter Gaza and be over there in Palestine? It is impossible for a foreign journalist to enter Gaza right now. Number one, there's multiple checkpoints to enter and to get close to the strip. And Israel authorities have the control on their territory, and they're not going to let no foreigner journalists that enter their country to enter another foreign country that is at war. Number one. Number two, the multiple insecurity that is going on in Palestine or in Gaza, it is at a high alert. There has been multiple kidnappings and also people that are being held hostage. It is not a lie. There's more than 200 hostages right now by Hezbollah in the part of Palestine, in Gaza. It is not a lie. It is the reality. That is what has happened. So for us to go in by more than the possibilities to enter that place, there's a high chance that we will get intercepted and ultimately something can happen. So that is the other reality. Now, people that they have been reporting from the lines of Gaza, there are Gaza citizens or there are people that are from Palestine. They're correspondents for international networks. That is obvious that they have the upper hand and that they live over there and they have the ability to be over there and to report. Now, I would like to say that it is a huge comparison because there has been multiple questions why the mortality rate it is higher in Palestine than in Israel. Israel immediately evacuated all their citizens from the northern borders and also the south borders into the middle parts of Jerusalem to get them to safety. In comparison to Palestinian people and to Gaza, they haven't evacuated. Now, a lot of people say that because Israel has control of the borders and they do not let nobody have access into different parts. Egypt has continually said that at first that they were not accepting, and now they're accepting, so they can have the ability for them to go over there. But why did they do not provide them shelter? Why do they not provide them an outgate for them to be safeguarded? And the mortality rate of people losing their lives will be less. That is the comparison to what it is over here in Israel. Now, it will be nice so we can travel to Palestine and we will be safe, but it's a complete opposite. Now, I would like to ask, not to be on one side to another, just an impartial question to my audience: how many hostages Israel has in comparison to how many hostages these terrorist organizations have? That is a question that I would love to ask, because that tells you that the terminologies and the language, it is so important that we address it the way it is. And Hezbollah and Hamas, before the 7th of October, they were categorized around the world as terrorist organizations. And that is what they are. They are terrorist organizations. However you want to designate the government of Israel, it is up to you. But these organizations, they are terrorist organizations, and the world knows them. Whoever does not accept the fact that these people slaughtered and they came in on a place uninvited into Israel with guns on the 7th of October and attacked innocent individuals, whoever does not understand that has a really logic problem. This problem has coexisted since 70 some plus years. We understand the injustice, and also that there has been a less of an accessibility for water and for food and for so on and so on. We understand that. But let me tell you, if these criminal and radical and terrorist organizations did not exist, believe me, there will be peace between these two countries. There's more than 20% of Arabic and Arabs living in the parts of Jerusalem. There's more than 20% of people, Arabic, living in the part of Jerusalem. More than 20%. So when they're attacking, they're not only attacking also people of Israel, they're attacking Christians that they live over here. They're attacking also Arabs that they live over here. They're attacking the country. And they have said on multiple statements, and this is not fake news, it is recorded and it is documented, that in particular, they have said, we will not rest until all Jews, they will be on the water. That is the statement that they have said. They said it. Be clear. So this is the actual situation when we talk about ceasefire. Yes, absolutely. Ceasefire on both sides. But the question here is, and it is a really logical question that I want to ask. When you are asking and you're saying ceasefire, are you referring also to the terrorist organizations? Or who do you refer as ceasefire? We know that you're referring to Israel, but also there is a counterattack from the Hezbollah and Hamas into, there's another one. Look at this. Another red alert. Two more. Look at that. Two more. Let's see which one is this one. Another one landed in Sikkim. And another one landed in Ashkelon. So if we're talking about ceasefire, What are we referring to? If we're talking about ceasefire, of course, we want peace. I'm a pro peace individual, but I consider the cartel in Mexico a terrorist organization. They take away the peace of our country in Mexico. They take away the peace of our citizens. They have attacked innocent people. They they take over borders. They criminally uh, harass our citizens. Isn't it the other side have that same particular understanding that it is a call that they're almost similar? There's a lot of people in Palestine that they're suffering. It is a reality. There's a lot of people in Palestine that they're innocent and they're it's they're suffering because of this war. Yes, but I want to ask the question, and I want to be clear and transparent. Who came into whose country on the 7th of October? That's the question that we need to ask. And it is not with the fault of the Palestinian people. It is the fault of these terrorist organizations that they are critically funded by, by a country that also wants to say we are not at fault, we don't have nothing to do with it. That is Iran. That, you know, the president that has more incompetence possibly in the history of the United States, that is Joe Biden, gave $6 billion to Iran. These same people that, they were dancing when they came in on the 7th of October and slaughtered children. Do you see people dancing over here in Israel celebrating if a missile struck or struck a vulnerable place where there were children? I'm not defending Hamas. I'm not defending Israel. I'm asking these questions to be impartial. That's what I'm asking, these questions. And because I ask these questions, they are radically labeling me as a Zionist, the most incompetent accusation ever. I've been accused of so many things. But this was really funny. As you're a Zionist, Oscar, and you're a white supremacist. Me, a Mexican national, a foreigner that comes into the Holy Land, and I got the opportunity of a dream of a lifetime to come over here and to investigate and to know what is that. Another alert. Another alert. Look at that. Not even lying. Another alert. Another missile entering. Critical, it says right there. Another alert. Let me just give you in the town of Sofar. Another one. Just right now. Another alert. Ceasefire from who? That is the question. If we are for ceasefire, we should be ceasefire for both sides. Because we want, the world wants peace. The world wants peace. That's what they want. How's everybody doing? Oscar Blue, live from Jerusalem. Today we were going around in critical points. And we have been here 6 days in a war between Israel and, in the parts of Gaza and Palestine. And you can feel, the air of tension everywhere you go. Everywhere you go, you can feel the air of tension. If somebody wants to cooperate and contribute to my independent reporting and travel fund, there's Buy Me a Coffee. It is pinned on the chat. Thank you so much for your enormous contributions and help. Let me just read some comments. So I'm grateful for your reporting and sounding the alarms that are against freedom and peace. How can we expect Mas? Be safe, Oscar. Thank you so much. Oscar, great work. Thank you so much. Seeing your comments. This is the reality. This is why I posted that on my platforms. This is not a lie. And I will go to the hack. And this is how it looks right now. There, in the last 25 minutes, 5 missile strikes. That's right there. So if we're talking about ceasefire, again, I will repeat this again. What are we doing? This is the last picture that it was. Look at that. And this is the problem. The reality of the problem is that we have become a civilization, or humans, that we are not logical anymore. That's what we have become. That we have become illogical. We have been blind. And I cannot explain it correctly, but I wish, Chuck, do you have 1 minute?
Yeah.
I'm sorry to bother you. Can you explain to my audience, please, the thing that you said about logic? When you lose logic and God tells you that you are depraved.
Well, in the book of Romans in the Bible, it says that when people deny God, that he gives them over to a depraved mind. That's the first chapter of Romans. And what depraved means is that everything flips, that you see good things as bad and bad things as good. And later on in the book of Timothy, it talks about how people like that are taken captive by the devil to do his will. So we were talking about how, some people think that there's this cabal of rich people like George Soros and Bill Gates and people like that who are out there just trying to destroy the world, intentionally trying to destroy the world. And I'm more of the belief that people are. Wow, that's crazy.
That's
You
loud.
hear that? Mm-hmm. I'm more of the belief that people they become depraved because they deny God. And once they're depraved, then they can be used by the devil, whose aim is to destroy the world and to destroy us. Mm-hmm. He comes to kill and steal and destroy. And so that's what I meant, was that if your mind is depraved, then you are devoid of logic, of reason, and of truth, because God is the source of our logic. God is the source of truth. God is truth with the capital T. And so if we deny God, we deny truth. And then you can believe things like a boy can be a girl, or you can believe
Hamas is not a terrorist.
Hamas is not a terrorist organization, that killing babies for fun is okay. You can believe things like that because your mind has been depraved. And that's what depravity is all about. That's what I mean.
Thank you so much, Chuck. That's got my mentor. He's dancing over here. uh, it's I get to listen to him every time, and that is what is actually happening. The way that he explained it to me, because I try to understand what is going on right now with the youth, and what is going on right now with, I don't know what kind of music.
Speaker on top, driving down the road. That's what it is.
Paso is
Way down there.
promoting. So, oh yeah, I
No,
see it.
no, it's just, it's the end of Shabbat and that party.
Oh, okay. Okay. So that is what I try to understand, that we have lost logic in certain topics, and the logics that we have lost, it is that what he just says, he just explained, that we are now saying that as humanity, that Hezbollah and Hamas, they are militants, they're warriors, they're soldiers, but they're not a terrorist organization. And God forbid that one day in our country of Mexico, we will say that about the cartel. God forbid, really, because it's coming down to where people have lost their logic. Really, people have lost completely their logic. This is illogical. It hurts that you cannot find the solution to make a young man understand Hamas and Hezbollah. It is a terrorist organization, and they immediately say, no, Israel is terrorist because they're attacking also. We understand that. We understand. I understand your narrative, but do you understand that Hamas and Hezbollah, they're terrorists? No, they're not. So that is when we lose logic. I really do not understand where we are so lost. And we are so lost that what happened on the 7th of October, it is on the streets of the United States. It is being accepted as to say, that is okay. They had it coming, and it is justifiable what Hamas and Hezbollah did. It is unreasonable what is happening. It is, of course, I would like to elaborate again. These alerts are from missile alerts or explosions that they are happening close to the Gaza border. Close to the Gaza border. Also, we are going to hear some alerts that they will be coming from the Lebanon border that I have been in. You guys just heard just 3 alerts with 5 potential threats of missiles entering into the hemisphere of Israel. This is what I'm saying. We're talking about ceasefire, but this is the situation right now as it looks. Let's go the last one. This is the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is right there. 5. And you're going to say, oh, that's manipulated. It is an app that is manipulated. It is an app that is created for create fear. And it is an application that everybody uses over here. Everybody. Everybody's aware about this application. Everybody uses it because they want to survive in case of an attack. And they ultimately want to, keep living. But it's really hard to understand right now the way that the comprehension of these protests. If you're saying ceasefire, I understand that. I'm for peace. I want the Palestinians to be free from Hezbollah and from Hamas, of course. I want peace. Everybody wants peace. Everybody does not want children to be dying. But are we saying that these ceasefire is supposed to be by Israel, or is supposed to be only by Israel? So that is basically surrender to a command of a terrorist organization. I just need to understand where the logic is. And of course, by my way of speaking, by my way of talking, I'm a Zionist, I am a white supremacist, I am xenophobic, transphobic, homophobic, pronophobic, fatphobic, racist, fascist, and bigot, and all of the above. It is the most craziest things about it. Do you have any underground footage? Yes, you can go to my Instagram. You can go to Real America's Voice News. I did a couple of hits there, and I brought some footage of how the outside of Kiryat Shimona, that it was a place that I visit that is close to the Lebanon border. I visit also several places close to the Gaza border. They will not let us go in further into several checkpoints, just for people to understand. Thank you so much for people joining in. I would like to thank people that they have been. Uh, hold on. I would like to thank people that they have been contributing to buy me a copy. Thank you so much for your contributions. They are much needed. But it's really hard to be over here and to basically, try to understand several points of view, because I have been seeing comments and I respond to them. I respond to these comments and I say, well, you want to ceasefire, you want peace, but is it both sides of the border? Because if we had a problem with Guatemala, that is our neighbor in the south, and we had a confrontation about, let's say occupation of territory, Chiapas was not part of Mexico, it was part of Guatemala. Of course, if we, God forbid, if we had if we had a war, I would love for me to be at peace with my Guatemalan brothers. Of course, we will have peace. But if they had a cartel organization in Guatemala that is causing these problems, or the other way around, for hypothetically example, in Mexico, cartel organizations that are threatening uh, Guatemala, of course, we will say, eliminate them from the face of the earth and let us live in peace. It's the reality. These people are hurting their own people. They're hurting the children. They're hurting the innocent children of Palestine. It is the reality of what is happening. So, uh, thank you so much to Anita. Thank you so much to Perez. Thank you so much to Janet. Thank you so much for Mary for your contributions of your contributions for buying me a coffee. Somebody saying like Baja California and California. Well, California used to be Alto California, and Baja California used to be Lower California, Baja California. If you're going to say it like that, well, let's say Arizona, Texas, New Mexico, Utah, Colorado, but that is not the case. We're talking about, what I just explained. Thank you so much, Mary A. Thank you so much. Uh, okay, I would like to explain that a lot of the content I haven't put it out in YouTube and Facebook. The reason why is that the platforms will be damaged and they will be taken down. But you can see it on Instagram, you can see it at Getter, you can see it at Twitter. Reason why is that we get flagged. If I want to put something in my platform of, let's say, a Facebook. And the other day we posted a video on Facebook that it was because of the sirens and the alarms, and immediately got flagged. And we posted a video. I had to be really careful with posting videos that they have certain debris, let's say blood, let's say, people crying and stuff like that. It is considered as inhuman for Facebook and YouTube and all those platforms. So it hurts the platform. So, I'm posting it Instagram. I just posted a video on Instagram that you can go and see my small report in Ezrat, the town that is steps away from Gaza Strip. You can go over there and see it. And also multiple reports that I have done and multiple broadcasts with the network. You have to understand, I come here with the obligation with our network, and ultimately The obligation for us is to broadcast for them, and to get, to get the information close to them, and immediately to them. So it's our first obligation is with our network, Real America's Voice News. Then we use our platforms and we try to post as much as possible. Uh, I have done multiple broadcasts right here late at night. A lot of people saying why you're there, because uh, logic. Again, we have been losing logic as human beings. Over here, it's a 10-hour difference. So when I am, if I will be, uh, right now it's 10:50. It's 8:50 at night. So I don't know what time it is at the East Coast and the West Coast and the Central Time. But this is, the only way that I can explain what is going on, because right now we need to be in a safe place due to the situation and the conflict. That's how it is. And then in the morning, we move out early in the morning, 6:30 in the morning, get up before that and get out and start rolling to the next city or the next part that we are going to. So it is like that. We don't live in the same time zone. So what am I going to be doing broadcasting to you live at your 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning? What am I doing? So the logical thing is for me to come give you guys a synopsis of what has been going on, and that's what we have been doing. I will accept a couple of questions before I go, and I will say a couple of thank yous to our supporters, and dear heart, say thank you to all of you. You got a hit. It's already, Chuck? Yeah. Okay, guys. So thank you so much for joining in. Let me just. You know what? No, no. I will move like this. I'll move. Let me just move out of the way. Chuck is about to do a hit with Newsmax, so I will move inside of our room. Let me just move over here. Say goodbye, Chuck. That's how we have been. Constantly flipping. Our little spot over here. Let me close the door for him to do his shot, for him to do his hit. That's how we have been doing. Changing. It's the same spot for us. It's the only spot that we have to do our broadcast. So thank you so much to all supporters, to every single one of you. God bless you all from Jerusalem. It's been 6 days over here. Of course, the feeling that I'm getting as I am right here, it is, complete sadness, because number one reason is that I go to places where it's not fun, and I have always gone to places where it's a crisis, and people are passing away, and people are seeing people people dying. We have always go through these epicenters where it's not fun. Go to the border in Guatemala. What happened to me? Go to the jungle and see bodies in state of decomposed. In a crossfire in the jungle with the agents of Centerfront detaining 3 individuals that they were raping and abusing women. And now this. So it's not fun and games to basically, do these kind of coverages. But my last thought of what I have seen this week is, it's the most disappointing thing is that we have become so illogical to understand what is good and what is wrong, what is right and what is bad, what is evil and where is God. We have gone so far into a place that it's just so illogical. We are now in a stage where I can see the youth that they are blind. And it's sad to see that. And me as a journalist and as a communicator, when you're trying to communicate what is actually happening, it is difficult because it's like Chuck just said, they have converted into a depraved mind. They don't understand logic. And that is the most sad thing about this. I have come from the other side of the world. It took me almost 30 hours to get here and days. And when you get here and you start seeing and you start, watching what is going on, immediately this, illogical individuals, they say, oh, you're a Zionist. And it's like, it's so sad to see how the world is coming to, and that the youth and nowadays it is protecting terrorist organizations. Where are we heading to, people? Where are we going? Really, where are we going? Is it going to be a point that in, God forbid, in Mexico, we're going to be supporting the cartels? Like they're good people? Are we in that particular stage now of our lives that we don't understand that, yes, war is bad on both sides. War is bad. War is bad. Israel sending missiles and hitting places where there's innocent individuals. Yes, it's bad. And also, Hamas and Hezbollah not stopping with their attacks. So if you want to talk about ceasefire, where is the logic of ceasing fire? If it is just one side, two sides, these organizations, are they terrorists? And if they're not, what are they really? Because the logical thing is that they are. God bless you guys. Thank you so much. It has been 6 days over here. It's exhausting. It is. We go into areas of crisis and we explore them and we document them. And I am pleased to announce that that I has been a really not interested. It has been difficult to just kind of digest, the situation over here and not be partisan. But we try to do our best. So I want to say thank you to all of my audience. To all of my audience, once again, we did this live feed because I wanted to show you this. This is what is actually happening right now. And before I go, I will say right now, thank you to the people that are sending copies, but appreciate that, extremely appreciate that. But this is the actual situation right now. There has been 6 explosions right here. And this is the ceasefire. This is right now, Hezbollah. This is Hezbollah right now. This was Hezbollah right now. Earlier, this was Hezbollah. This was more than 15 right there. These are alerts of missiles that they're coming into Israel, and with threat of entering and hitting a particular point. Thank you so much for joining in. I will talk to you guys later, and broadcast later for you guys and give you guys more information. God bless you guys, every single one of you. Thank you for all your support. Before I go, I would like to say thank you to the people that they have been contributing on coffees. Let me see right here. Excuse me. Thank you so much to Hilda. Thank you so much, Hilda. Thank you so much to Adalis. Thank you so much, Adalis. Rama and Summer, thank you so much. There's a comment right here. It says, I have been following you for years. I am in Northern California, feeling the results, the open border for many years. Thank you for all you do. Give Ben and Chuck a shout out for all of us. Or here's Chuck. So shout out to Mr. Chuck Holton right here as he's working. So, he's here. So he appreciates you.
Sounds good. I'm like 3 seconds from the camera.
It's what? Okay. Yeah, he's busy. So no, 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 no. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm sorry. So God bless you guys. I will leave. Thank you so much for all your contributions and help. Hope that this live feed was insightful to basically, for every single one of you. There's the app, Buy Me a Coffee, for people that are asking. It's pinned in the chat. Let's continue to work. Let's continue to do, and let's follow God's work. And remember, God's plan is our mission. So thank you so much, every single one of you. We'll see you soon.